Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's adjust. Okay, this is going to be a much different type of video. I am going to be doing a Mask Me Anything video. Now, I got this idea after watching Raw Beauty Christie's last video. She is a makeup artist. She is probably my favorite makeup artist in the entire makeup community. And she mentioned it and I was like, that is such a cute idea. And I know that quite a few of you guys, when I asked you for, what you wanted to see more of, and a lot of you guys really like these Q&A videos. So I was like, what can I do? And I wanted to do something not plant related just because sometimes we need a break, we need to just sit back, relax, and chill. And I am in Arizona visiting my mom this week. We did take a road trip up here, if you haven't seen my last video, and we have not gone plant shopping just because of the pandemic. There's really nothing to repot. They're in the middle of a drought right now. Plants are just not growing very crazy right now because it's just so dry. So there's really nothing to repot. So I was like, well, what can I do? And then I found that. So let's do it. So I hope that there's enough left in here. I asked my mom, I was like, do you have any face masks? And she's like, well, I have the one from Beautycounter that you gave me a long time ago. I am a Beautycounter consultant, which is clean beauty products for all. And I absolutely love the brand and what Beautycounter stands for. There is a link in the description if you're at all interested in that. But this is the mask I'm going to be using today. It is the Plumping and Peony Mask, which plumping, I don't necessarily need plumping. I was hoping she had a charcoal mask because I am obsessed with charcoal products. They really cleanse out all the impurities in your skin. But this will help brighten and this will help my skin. I'm doing a lot of swimming while I'm out here and the chlorine just really does damage to your skin. I'm so dry. Not to mention Arizona is a much drier climate and I'm naturally dry skin to begin with. So, oh yeah, there should be enough in here. Okay, so I don't apply my face masks with brushes. I use my fingers. My hands are clean. I am in my mom's bathroom. Hopefully there's not too much of an echo. I am using my microphone. It's cool to be able to film in such a well-lit bathroom. My bathroom at home is just meh. It's just not a place to film. So I have my questions here and I'm gonna start answering them for you and we'll see how many we can get through. Let's see. Do the plants you get from your mom's house grow well in Chicago? I'm gonna use my camera to apply this. How long am I supposed to leave this on? 10 minutes. That should be plenty of time. So the plants I get from Arizona, typically I bring home cactus and just popped in my face. As you guys know, I keep quite a few cactus in my house in Chicago. So yeah, they do grow well in Chicago for me. Now we are going to be investing, hopefully, this winter, depending, how this economy pans out, in some grow lights. My mom is so loud, I don't know if you can hear her in the other room. She's just naturally loud. Wonder where I get it from. Ooh. Okay. So they can grow a little bit more in the winter time. Now, in the winter in Chicago, it could get real cold and we get very little daylight. We probably get daylight from maybe 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. So we get gypped from daylight in the wintertime. That's why obviously cactus grow better in the summer in Chicago. I do like to bring them, I look ridiculous already. I do like to bring them outside in the summer. Most of them. Some of them I am keeping inside selfishly in the window just because I don't want to kill them. I'm scared. I've gotten a few in Tucson and they hold memories for me and I can't get them back. So, because I don't really know when the next time it will be that I visit Tucson and some of the nurseries out there, I keep them inside because I'm just worried about pests and I'm worried about overwatering because we get a lot of rain in Chicago. But they grow. I keep them in individual terracotta pots and they do really well. I feel as long as you don't overwater a cactus, you should be fine. Okay. Let's put the mustache on. Ooh, this is cold. Oh, yes. Looking fabulous, you guys. Okay. What is the newest plant you bought? That would have to be my Hoyas. Yeah, my Hoyas. And actually, it's funny because we're now in the middle of August, and I did not buy these in August. I got them delivered about a month ago from Russia. I did a video on that if you want to go check it out. I have like 8 of them, and I actually bought them before the pandemic happened. I think I ordered them in January, and I had asked her because it was freezing in Chicago. I think we're good, right? No. So I asked her if she can hold them for a couple of months, and until it warmed up a little bit, like springtime. And she's like, sure, no problem. It's cold here in Russia too, blah, blah, blah. So she housed them for me. Then the pandemic happened, which was so much fun. She didn't ship them out until like the middle of May. I just recently got those a couple months ago, but I'll tell you what, guys, like I am just so ready to go plant shopping, but financially, and then like with the pandemic, it's been really hard this year. I look so funny. Masks are great. Oh, it's already drying. So my Hoya collection was the last plants I purchased, specifically the Hoya Gray Ghost. Oh my gosh, this plant, you guys, is just stunning. I'll insert a picture here. So go check out that video if you want to see. Oh, I should wash off my hands. We'll just leave it. We'll mask up the fingers too, They need love. How many of you are in your family? That's a very general question. Let's say immediate family. We're a pretty big family because we're a split family. So it's me, my husband. We had kids before we got married. So I have a daughter and he has 2 daughters. So that's our immediate family, like us in our house. So there's 5 of us in our house. And then it's really just my mom and my dad. I do have a stepsister, stepbrother, half sister, half brother on my dad's side. I kind of think of them more as extended family. My husband has his mom and his sister and his brother are in New York. So we don't get to see them very often. I really, really want to get to New York so bad. And now that this pandemic is under control over there, like they're doing great. We should really try to get there. It's just so hard with being out of work still. This has been a shit year, you guys. Let me just tell you. I will back that up by saying I'm so thankful we were able to get out here. And again, thank you, Mom, and thank you, Ted, for making this happen, because Lord knows I needed to get out of my house before I lost my mind. I look crazy. Okay, what mask are you wearing? Well, I talked about it already. But again, this is the Beautycounter 2 Plumping and Peony Mask. You know what? I'll put the link to this in the description below. Just know that if you buy it, I will get a little bit of commission from it, but no obligation. But if you guys are interested, they are a little pricey, but man, they work. Ooh, we are drying up. Are you originally from Arizona? It's so funny to me that so many people think that, because I did visit quite a bit last year. And I do try to post videos while I'm out here. So maybe people are just like seeing my videos in segments, I guess. But I'm not from Arizona. I don't even live here. I was born and raised in Chicago, and I've never lived anywhere else my entire life. My mom was born and raised in Chicago, and she's never lived anywhere else her entire life until she retired here 2.5 years ago. So she's only been out here for 2.5 years with my stepdad, and I come to visit as often as I can. And this year was hard because of the pandemic. Actually, the last video I did while I was out here, the last time, was with Adam and Becca de la Plants and Not Dude. And if you go watch that video, it's kind of funny because in the middle of it, my mom came home from the grocery store in a panic because there was no toilet paper and no paper towel. And we were just like, that's so weird, really?
You know what?
What?
I'm very upset.
What happened?
We went to Walmart. Absolutely no water, no toilet paper.
It's crazy.
Get out of here. There was nothing?
The shelves are bare.
And look at us now. Like, who would have thought that would have led to this? Oh my God. What a year. Try to finish this before I have to wash this off. What are you currently watching on Netflix? Oh man, that is a question. I have that question for everybody because I need some recommendations. But I cannot seem to stop watching Hoarders. Who else watches Hoarders? Let me know in the comment section below. My mom thinks I'm crazy. She's like, how can you watch this shit? It's so good. I don't know. I like shows like that. And I think I talked about this before. I like shows that, you know, are kind of like tragic. Like people have this like illness, or like My 600-Pound Life, and people are morbidly obese. And like people come in and they help them. You know, they generally care and they want to help people. Televising it, I guess, is probably not the best way to go about helping somebody that has an illness. But it is nice to see, because I feel like shows like that, you know, so many people watch them. And if you have that same problem, it could be a boost of, you know, confidence or whatever you need to maybe get on that route yourself and like help yourself. Let's see. Another question. And then I have to wash this off because, oh yeah, it's dry. So see, like, oh, this is still wet. So it dries like completely white. Yeah, this is still wet. So we have a little bit of time. Is she calling me? Are you calling me? It's never a quiet moment in this house, I swear. What was your childhood like? Oh man, I grew up an only child. My dad was in road building. So he was a superintendent of a construction company, and he worked all week, sometimes Saturdays. So he wasn't around very much. And my mom, she didn't work for like the first 10 years of my life, I think. Oh, she might debunk this. I can't remember. But she raised me and she was able to stay home. And that's just how it was in the 80s, you know? Now I just gave away my age, but anyway, I had a really good childhood. We just had a single family home in Chicago in a neighborhood that's like the house is still there, and I don't know who lives in it, but it's kind of cool to drive by and like see it every once in a while. We had a pool in the backyard. I grew up with pets. It was, you know, I went to Catholic school my entire childhood. I guess that facial expression gave away the fact that I'm not Catholic anymore. But yeah, I had a good childhood. Long story short. Okay, I think it's time to wash this off. Well, it's getting a little bit more white there. My foot is asleep. Let's wash this off together. Okay, we're at the sink. Now I'm gonna wash off the excess mask off my fingers first, and then to conserve water, I am going to go grab some towels, and I'm just gonna wet a towel with lukewarm water and then rub it off my face so that I'm not like wasting water splashing on my face. Give me a minute. Okay, so I have two towels here. I'm gonna wet this gray one here with lukewarm water, and I'm using a gray towel because the underside of the mask, even though it looks like it's white, is actually pink. So I don't wanna stain her white towel, but I'll dry it with this towel. It's so funny that in Arizona, like the, well, see, you can see the pink, see that? So, yeah, we don't want to stain towels, but I think it'll wash off. The water out here, like you can't even get cold water from a faucet out here when the temperatures are this warm. It's crazy how hot it is outside, and it definitely affects the tap water. There we go. My rosy red skin. I have rosacea. I don't know if I've told you guys this, but it's only in my cheeks. But I really find that like with temperatures like this outside, it definitely affects my skin way more in temperatures like this. You also don't want to rub too hard, you guys. Just nice and soft. It'll come off eventually. Ooh, feels smooth. Let me get a little more water on here. Extreme cold weather, it flares up, and in extreme hot weather, it flares up. So I stay completely out of the sun when I can. When I'm working weddings, which I forgot my sunblock, I couldn't find it. a couple weeks ago and my entire like neck was burned. Oh, it was terrible. But I stay out of the sun for the most part, like when I can. Ooh. I'm distracted, I can't multitask. And I still, like when I'm sitting outside in this heat, I can still feel my face getting red. So I'll come in and I'll be completely flush. And it sucks, it really sucks. Like even the heat affects it. I don't even have to be in the sun. So I use lotion that is, that helps with like redness and stuff, which I'll show you in a second. My face feels so soft right now though, wow. I haven't done a face mask in quite some time. Feels so funny doing this on camera. Oh yes. Gotta get in those crevices. This is a vulnerable video because you guys are like seeing no makeup up close Nicole. That can be scary for some people. I also put eyebrows on before this video and I'm trying not to wipe them off if you haven't noticed. I was like, well, maybe I could just like do my eyebrows real quick. At least have that done, you know? And because I know people will ask, or maybe not, I use an eyebrow pencil for my eyebrows. I want to do microblading. Has anybody done microblading? Leave it in the comment section below. I'd love to know. And I just realized I didn't turn my freaking mic back on. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's turn it back on. Oh, so sorry, you guys. Now you can hear the difference between having a mic on and not having a mic on. Almost done here. Dry off a little bit here. And now I'm gonna go get my lotion. Okay, this is what I use two different kinds of lotions. This is one I brought with me on my road trip. This is the hydrating cream. I have some on my nose still. I think we're good. Hydrating cream by doTerra, lavender, jasmine, geranium, and frankincense, and this really helps with redness. It helps cool it off. It helps with the redness, I feel like, and it's safe. So this is the one that I use. And then another one that I use, I talked about it in a different video, but I'll link both of my lotions that I use below. This is, just can't take me anywhere. This is the one I'm using today. So I just put a little bit on each cheek. And you want to use these fingers because this is your most powerful finger. You just want to do it real lightly, circle motions. Why am I doing this video? This is not a makeup channel. It's not a skincare channel. It's a plant channel. I mean, lavender, jasmine, geranium, and frankincense. A couple of those are plants. I know you can't see it, but my face is so smooth. You don't want to forget about your neck. Oh. And so you guys don't look straight up my nose. I'll do that here. Even though you still can. We're good. Let's do this outro because this is the weirdest video ever. Okay, thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. If you'd like to give it a thumbs up, I know this was different, but this is my channel and I'll do what I want. All right, guys, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.